Hey, it's Romero again. Checking out Old Red here. We call it Old Red. My buddy named it that, and I don't know if it's gonna stick, but I kind of like it. I don't know what my wife will end up calling it, but it is her vehicle. 1983 Mazda B2000 with a 2.0 two-barrel automatic. No power steering. No power windows, does have power brakes, no power locks, just a plain old little pickup. My buddy thought it was kind of odd that it was automatic. It actually has air conditioning, and it might be an aftermarket. I'm not sure if it's factory or not. I doubt it. It's an under dash unit. I did locate a new instrument panel cluster setup. The owner cracked it when he put in his stereo, and he didn't really do it justice. I'll just say that. I found that piece on eBay, and it's pretty good shape. So it's gonna go back to the old style head unit, with the holes instead of the square. There's also a dash pad. Actually, the whole dashboard assembly, same color, everything. Guy wants $250 for it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. He's covering the shipping charges, though. Auto. There's a little AC setup. Could be factory. I'm not sure. Seats aren't in horrible condition, but they are ripped. Put in fab shop. Just bought a Ford Courier U-Haul setup, but he named it Yeehaul, and it's basically the same thing. And he put a Mexican blanket setup on it, real cheap. I believe this is a second paint job, because I see like different shades. That or there was a clear on it and it came off, which I doubt. I believe it's a second paint job. Bumper's a little dented up. Found another lens at a junkyard. I don't know if it'll work. It was off a different year. Two point oh, I believe. It is a Mazda engine, not a Ford 2.3. It's not the 2.2. It's, I believe, a 2.0. It's a 120 cubic inch engine. So there's all that set up there. There. The actual tag is upside down, I guess. I just bought a battery for it. I'm going to swap it out. Just bought an alternator for it. I'm going to swap it out. Just bought a water pump for it. I'm going to swap it out eventually, but I'm going to do the battery and the alternator first. It's got a crack. As you can see it on the exhaust manifold, and there's a hole down here where I believe they tried to weld something or didn't do a good job. But no rust. From what I can tell, everything is solid and original. So that's the original mirrors, which is cool. Very cool. I don't want to break them. But that's the original shade of red. Even the panels are in decent shape. Carpet's not ripped. It's a little faded and dirty, but it's not bad. I opened this up earlier. Flip this forward. Yeah, the seats flip forward. And all the original jack tips on. Yeah. The original jack handle. And there's something else. That. I don't know if that's original or not. But it's a pouch and some extensions. So, it's got the original manual. That was pretty cool. Little sundowner badge, but B2000 owner's manual. And some little doodads, I don't know, muffler stuff. You know, maintenance stuff. Probably from the original owner and how well he used to take care of it. You always know how well a person takes care of their stuff when you see receipts or mileage, you know, written down a little book or something, you know, oil changes or tire changes, rotations, all that. It's pretty neat. So I'm going to start on the alternator and battery and give it a start, and hopefully it'll charge. Okay, I just pulled the battery terminals off. I still need to undo this and that. The new battery, Duralast AutoZone battery, I think it was like $159 without exchange. So I still got to turn the core in. I'll turn that one in. I think it's for like $18 or $22. Get a little bit of money back. Actually, I had a flat this afternoon. Something I did probably yesterday. I picked up a freaking looked like a self-tapper screw or something. Got into my new tires, and they're not very old. They're actually pretty nice. So I've got plugs. I'm like, I could do that, you know, but I don't want that on my new tires, you know. So I said I'm gonna try to find me a tire shop that can do it quick, because there are some, but you gotta, you know, the big tire shops, you know, you gotta wait all day for your vehicle, your tire. You gotta drop them off, and they'll call you when they're ready. Well, I don't have that time, you know. So I found local tire shops, you know, little old school tire shops like you probably have in your town, and most of them don't do patches anymore. They want to do a plug. Well, I've told them, hey man, I could do a plug myself, and they want to charge you like $10 or $15 to do it. I'm like, no. So I found one place here in Shreveport that does an old-fashioned patch. So watch a guy do it. Took pictures. I'll probably post it up. King's Tire Shop on E70 and Fairfield, I believe. So I was pretty happy about that. So back to the battery. I also recommend you have a little toolkit. I pretty much have all the tools I need on my pickup for every little job, you know. Some of the bigger stuff I might not, but this will get me by. A little toolkit I bought years ago now. USA still, Craftsman. I was in the military, so I bought this from the BX, and it's probably like $20. Probably just made for, you know, the BX or something. So yeah, I've added my little 10mm wrench, a little extension, another quarter drive ratchet, which doesn't come with a kit, and just some things I end up needing and I end up putting in here. The most common would be a 10mm wrench. Oops. Nope, I dropped my phone. Sorry about that. So I'm not sure what the size this is, but it is a 10mm. Like I said, very common amongst these little foreign do jobs, and it's a common bolt size. And some American cars even have metric and standard, not just like the old school stuff that was just standard. So I guess that'll do for right now. I'm gonna put this to the side. And this got a grab handle, which I love. The other one don't. I try to keep a stockpile of these batteries, because I never know when I buy a battery, I might be taking out a better battery than the one I have stored to exchange. So I like to keep the batteries that are semi-decent, exchange the batteries I know are no good, and get some money for them. Because if you actually go to a battery place that sells batteries, they usually give you like whatever the going rate is for batteries. Sometimes it's $6, sometimes it's $9, sometimes it's $24. You never know what they're short of. The price goes up. So I'll keep this on hand, and with exchange, AutoZone core is $18, so that's definitely worth it. you know, for a battery that I try to sell to a battery recycle place or whatever. I'll get $6 if I'm lucky. So that's that. I love to do that. And save your receipts, guys. Make sure you have that core exchange and you know what you're getting for it. And if you got a battery, 9 times out of 10, I tend to have the batteries that I do take off the same size. So I'm not, you know, trying to cheat anybody. But I will find like earlier today, I needed a 24. I got a 24. I just happened to have a 24, group 24 battery. So I you know, I do it as honest as I can. If not, I just hang on to it and eventually I'll have it. On to the alternator. I'm gonna leave the battery off. Gonna go ahead and start pulling the alternator. All right, dug in my little toolbox. There's I believe a half. Holding this on, and I'll tell you what, this was a knuckle buster. I didn't bust my knuckles. I had a double fist this sucker, but I felt it. It was a knuckle buster coming. I don't like a knuckle buster. Do not. Get some WD-40 sprayed on there. I also have a cordless ratchet. I think I'm going to break that out, make things a lot faster. You know, I made fun of it when I bought that cordless ratchet. It was pretty weak, you know, but if you use it as a ratchet first, break the bolt, and oh no, it's not all the way engaged. There it is. Okay, I thought I accidentally left it sprayed inside the lock box there. Okay, I'll just let that seat for a little bit, break that little rust off of their corrosion. Also have a noisy door over here. I'll take care of it while I got my WD-40 out. And WD-40 was developed by, I believe, NASA for the satellites back in the heyday of the space race for satellites. And it's called WD-40 because it's water displacement 40 is what it stands for, the formula. And they use it for the electronics on the satellites when they had moisture buildup in them. WD-40 actually displaced the water moisture from the electronics. So this is a little further worse squeakiness than I thought. So I might need to try another location. It's like these tumbler roller deals. The center. That thing is nasty. Try that. It's a little better, but it's still making some noise. Anyways, I'll just let that soak for a while. Doors closed great. Like I said, no major body damage on this thing. I think I'm going to break out my cordless ratchet. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my cordless ratchet. It's a 12-volt lithium-ion battery. I believe Home Depot special Husky brand. I always store it in reverse because that's usually what I use it for, breaking bolts. First, you know, back them out. I might not need this extension. Come on, bud. Take this extension off. Cool little tool storage area there. Work on your vehicles. Store your parts or tools. All right. Let's see how this puppy. I already broke it loose like that, and it really helps that you break it loose first. Like I said, not very strong, you know, but man, once those bolts are broke, you can back them out very fast. So nice. Okay, and I'm sure there's a bolt down there. I'll take the little belt off. I got a brand new belt as well. But undo this connector's in the back. This one actually wire pulled out of it. Went to a junkyard and found a 88 model and had the same wire set up, so went ahead and pulled it off. It's going to do the back here, the bottom bolt there, and it'll come right up. Just to show you, I have just about everything I need in that little toolbox there. Having trouble focusing, but this is an old Proto. It's a box end wrench combination with a 3/8 and a 5/16 on the other side, and just happens to be this, I believe, is a 5/16 box. Will work for this right here, for this particular alternator. So undoing the wire, and it's just a single wire alternator. From what I can tell, internal regulated, and it's got a noise suppressor in it. And here's the power, and these two here. If anybody knows what these are, just let me know. And just undo that down there, and I'll be putting the other one on. Man, kid you not, I had a combination 9/16 1/2-inch wrench, which just happened to be the right bolt size for this alternator for the front and the back, plus this little socket and this setup here. Broke it loose. I just got to pull it out, and but all that in the same little toolbox. Okay, alternator's out. Got a lot of room in there to play with. Pretty cool. Didn't have the alternator tested. You know, it's cheap enough, $70 roughly. AutoZone special, but I believe the alternator's bad. Making some little noise in there and feels kind of weird. Man, something loose. There's something off. I don't know. Something's weird in there. Another thing I recommend having on you are some hand wipes. A lot of places I work, I have no access to water, but my hands are always somewhat clean using those wipes. Definitely recommend that. Other thing I like to work with, and I didn't do it this time, is a brake cleaner. Spray everything off with brake cleaner first, get it nice and clean before you start working on it, and less mess, you know, something more annoying than getting your hands all dirty, grabbing your tools with dirty hands, you know, putting your hands in your pocket, grabbing keys or something, and you know, it's just not good. Not good. It's a new alternator. Got my little books. I've been buying a bunch of books, reference books. Nobody uses books anymore with the internet, but they're cheap. They're really cheap now, so I've been collecting them. Mostly 80s stuff, that's what I work on. So, brand new or remanufactured alternator. Yep, remanufactured. Duralast, single wire. I believe somebody might have actually bought it before. Returned it. It looks like it's been messed with, but yeah, hopefully it's fine. Now I'll be throwing it at somebody, just playing, just returning it, trying to get another one. Not good. Slipped out of my hand. Didn't see that. So that's that. I'm just going to install it. I remember I told you the connector was bad. Went and bought this one from a junkyard, local junkyard off a 89 Mazda B2000, I believe. Here's the old one. The wires pulled out of it. Here's the wires. Gonna heat shrink it, twist it, heat shrink it, and hope it works. There's that right there, so it matches. Single wire alternator, post. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. And like I said to myself when I checked out, it was $8 for this wire, a lens, and a soda. So I was like, man, being an honest man, I ain't gonna rip anybody off. So I paid for it, but I thought they overcharged me a little bit. All right, I stripped the wires. I slipped a heat shrink over it. Good to have accessories or assortment of wire strippers, because these fancy ones here didn't work for that. The gauge of the wire, the conductor was too small, so I used this. Worked out. I always have my heat shrinks and my little electrical slash doodad bag. Has a voltmeter and I don't know, code reader, different things like that. I'm gonna twist these together. I used to be a telephone cable splicer, so twisting works. Usually you put a solder on it, but I've never had any issues. Just heat shrink it, put it on before you actually splice it or twist it together, then heat shrink it together. Okay, I've got the alternator pretty much on. Just got to tighten that up. Tighten the bottom bolt there. Put the positive on. Had to switch the noise suppressor off for the old one, put it on this one. The new one didn't come with it, and just got. This is black. It's actually different from the other. The yellow was up on top when I pulled the wire out, but on this one the yellow's on bottom. Now who's to say that this is correct from the 89 and was wrong and put back wrong, because both these wires popped out of the old connector, and possible they put it on wrong. So I don't have the schematics, unfortunately. I'm just going to take a chance. I did not heat shrink these in case I need to swap them if it doesn't work, but if it does work, I'm going to heat shrink them. So I'll put it together and give it a shot. Alternator is hooked up. I'm just going to hook the battery, brand new battery now. Battery is hooked up, tied down, clamps on, everything. Hooked it up, no smoke, nothing negative so far. Gonna try to start it. Got the original key. Only one, unfortunately. I believe it's original. Yeah, it says Mazda. See if we got anything good. Oh gosh. Okay, we got one there. Hope it charges now. Hope it don't blow up all of a sudden. Yeah. Alright. That wasn't on before. That battery light. So hopefully that's a good sign. I did bring gas. Might be low on gas too. There she goes. Okay, all lights are off. Here's a be idling. Okay. I don't know why that goes straight up to hot. Need to grab a voltmeter. Alright, moment of truth. It's running on the battery. Got a brand new alternator running on the battery. Just hooked up my voltmeter. And the truth be told, 14.1 volts to the battery charging. Yay! Success, success, success. I think it feels good. Awesome. She's running on her own power, own battery, own alternator. I just gotta top it, or put 5 gallons of gas in it, because it's on E, man. I'm gonna top it off before it picks up a bunch of junk. But it's running, it's charging. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Don't like it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.